Welcome to Slacker Gaming Mobile, and welcome to the video where I'm going to break down how we're going to go about completing the Champion Chase program. I'm going to break down kind of what I use in completing these, because you can actually save a lot of shards and a lot of time and effort into these if you kind of build it up as you go throughout the week. So if you guys would like to see that video, stick around. So the first big thing to tell you about Champion Chase is it's literally getting champions by any means necessarily, whether that be shards, campaign, any of that stuff. So the biggest thing to do is to try to save up stuff throughout the month, throughout whatever you're waiting, and use them just for Champion Chase opportunities. The biggest thing is to saving any pulls or anything that you have. So like in this case, I was able to get the summon pool. I was able to get this, and so I have basically a free summon here. So no matter what I pull here, I wouldn't say it's free because obviously I had to put energy and stuff into it, but whatever I pull here is basically a free champion and free points. Same thing with Remnant summons. I have 4 Remnant summons currently. Like, doesn't really, I mean, I just got, get them from Curse City, the Grim Forest, all that stuff, and you just go in here and I have 4 summons there that, again, I don't have to like pay for or do anything there. Same thing with fragments. I got Masahiro, who I want to bring in, and Anaxia, who I want to bring in as well. So both of those champions I actually kind of want on the account right now, so I can pull them. But like, you look at, like, I got Kraz, Chromax, I got all these people that I could possibly pull to save some shards, and I've really been in shard saving mood, and I've gotten a decent like 20 sacreds from saving. Now there was a opportunity earlier on where I literally used all my sacreds. It's probably maybe a month back now, and so I've been saving up ever since. If you watched my last video, I did all the voids. If you watched the video before that, I did all the ancients. So like, I've been kind of going through there, but I've really been trying to save my sacreds because they do a good job when it's like 500 or whatever, 550 points. Now sacreds are not going to be how you really want to do a summon rush. Yeah, you can get legendaries, which are big, and then you're going to get epics, which are at least a little bit of points. However, the sacred shards are probably better used if you do them when you get the 500 points for the summon rushes and stuff. So that's what I would save those for. But right now we are ready to kind of go in and do the Champion Chase, and the Champion Chase is broken down into what type of champions you get. So anytime you get a void, you're going to obviously get a little bit more. So void shards are quote unquote a little more worth it. However, I would argue that void shards are so hard to get, and there's so many good void champions that you want to get. You kind of want to summon those on targeted summons, like where you get like a 2x void, or if you get like a 15 or 20x for a certain champion. Like I use mine in the last Champion Chase, or the last champion summoning, because I wanted to go after Odin, so I used all mine there. So I wouldn't suggest using void shards unless you absolutely have to. To me, they're not really worth the upgrade. Like, they're just so hard to get, and they're so expensive that it's not really worth to try to upgrade on getting the points, especially in Champion Chase, where there's other ways you can get it. Now, the other ways you can get it, if you common and uncommon, you get 1 apiece. You get 10 for a rare, 250 for an epic, 500 for legendary, and 1,000 for a mythical. And again, the best way of doing this and completing these, you can get them any way possible. You basically, anytime you get a champion, you're going to get those points. So you could go in here and you could get, these, pick these up, and then go in, making sure you don't have anything, and then go into the portal and summon mysteries. You can summon ancients. Right now there's a 2x for epic and legendary on ancients. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to do my summon pool, I'm going to do my remnant summons. We'll see where we're at. We might have to pull a couple ancients. There's other ways you could do it as well. You could do the fusions, you could do the broad maws, and that's why I'm saying, you could be building these up, and there's a champion training going on right now. So yeah, you could build these up and have these ready to summon into a Broadmaw, and he is an epic void, meaning if you get him leveled up, or if you get him fused, you're going to get 350. So that's, again, another easy way, and just saving these champions as you go up. And or like for me, I struggle to get like this guy, let's say, and her, I could do them through doing these champions as well. So saving these champions and leveling them up and getting them into him. Obviously, you fuse another rare. That's another big fuse. So the fusions are kind of where, like, this is a good part and a good way to do it. You're going to get some extra points doing that. But all of those should get you enough that you really don't have to pull any shards here. That would be the point of today. And then again, if there's any, I don't know, if you're in any of the login rewards or something where you're still getting champions, now would be a good time to do that. Not really sure there's any other places to grab them. I mean, I guess if you don't have any, if you still need some in the clan shops, that would be a good point. But at this point, I mean, I'm so late game, there's nothing left to buy there. So that all being said, let's get into the summoning, the real reason you guys are all here for. We are going to let's start with our summon pool. And here there's a couple of headline champs, legendaries, and the epics are actually could be decent. I believe I have +4 on all of these, I would say. I'm pretty sure I have a +4 on him. Legendary wise, I mean, I would love Wallmaster Atharion. He would be actually who I'd want over probably Fina. I would want Fina first, and then probably Wallmaster after. That's who I would want. But you see the summonings there. You got 6% chance of a legendary, and then of that 6%, 4%. So you got a double chance of pulling this from this, then you do this. So let's jump in and pull our summon. Been a while since I've got a legendary from one of this, and I wouldn't expect to get one anyway. So Lysina, 250 points there. Let's go in and do a remnants. Remnants again. 2.5 for mythical. I don't think I've ever gotten a mythical from remnants. So, and I don't know if there is mercy system will activate. So there is a mercy system. I have to be close to getting into the mercy system at this point. But you get an 82% chance of an epic, 15% as a void epic, which again, you get more points in summon rush with a void epic. So now again would be a good time for a remnant summon. So let's pull all 4 of these, see what we can get here. Void epic, no. Next remnant. Another epic. Still not a void epic. Still not hitting that 15%. I still don't think that's, yeah. And then the last one is here. Another epic, imagine that. This one is, again, a normal epic. So through doing those 4, and doing the one, what's it called? Summon pool one. We are currently at 1250 or something? 1260. So we still need about 2,000 points. So if I can do, should we do a 10 pull? Because I kind of want, no, Masahiro. Let's go ahead and summon him. Perfect time to summon him would be now, and that's why I save all these. Like right now, like I didn't need him, and I didn't need him and do like clan v clan. That would be another time to pull one of these guys. But I don't really need the help in clan v clan just because I'm able to get enough points to where, like, I mean, yeah, I guess I could max out, but that I would rather use it for an event like this. So that being said, that's another 500. Nexia, I mean, now would be the perfect time to do it. That's going to get me another 1,500. It might be of one of those things where I should have waited and pulled it at a different time. But boom, like there's 1,000. Love that. So we are currently at almost the 3,000 mark. Now I need 240, so like an epic would work. Now the only other suggestion I would have made is obviously not, if you didn't, let's say you didn't have the mythical ready, the next option would be to pull ancients, and that's what I'm going to do here. Basically I'm hoping for an epic to cover those 250 points, and I'm just going to pull until I get an epic, or until I've gotten like, I don't know, 4 rares or something like that, I think. So no, that's 10. So we would need what, 20 some rares. So basically we're just waiting for an epic. There it is. That should be it for us in this. So I basically used a total of 2 shards in order to get this. Now, if I had a bunch of ancients and I really wanted to pull for a certain guy, now would be the time to go through and try to get, because some of these rewards are pretty darn good. And that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit that red subscribe button. Hopefully, I kind of gave you some intel in what you can do to prepare for these types of things. And Champion Chase is actually my favorite, because I feel like you can kind of get, like, I did 2 ancients this whole time, so I basically saved so many shards by just saving throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the whatever, like I've, the years that I've spent on the game. And even then I could have not spent anything and did like a Broadmaw. I could have gotten any in here and done this guy for the epic, but there's just, like saving these up, because these guys aren't going to be helpful to my account right now. And so to just save them and wait, that's kind of what I've done to try to help put myself in a good place for these types of fusions and stuff. So it's the best way I can tell you to be ready for Champion Chase tournaments and not have to use shards. But hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please comment that down below. Let me know what you guys enjoy, what you guys like to do for Champion Chases, and I will see you guys on the next one. Slacker out.